Hello Stampers, this is Jenny Day back for a new video tutorial for this week and a showcased item that will really be helpful in making our projects. But today I'm going to share with you 3 handy tips that every stamper should know, and these 3 tips are going to be very handy and save you money too. So we're going to start with the block problem. I've been watching videos and getting ideas and sort of coming up with some myself because I've been finding I'm very frustrated with certain things in the craft room. And even though these are such handy inventions, these clear blocks, and I have them all, a Stampin' Up! Set of them, and they really are handy when they stick and work the way they should. So I had seen an idea that I tried, and I'm actually, how about this, I'm stuck on it. Anyway, so this is what I want to show you. My first block, if you can believe this, I took some adhesive. I was so desperate for it to stick on, but it just made it all gunky, and now I gotta try to get that off, and I don't know what I'm gonna use for that, but I saw the neatest idea. I went to Joann Fabrics, or any fabric store will do, and the thinnest vinyl, which is, I was told today, a number 4. It's not very thick, it's the thinnest that there is, and it's $2.99 a yard. I think I didn't hardly spend anything for this, maybe $1.50. They give you a lot, and then you're able to put it on all of your clear blocks. Let me show you what I mean. So you have to have a really clean block and wash it with soap and water, I guess detergent, and the clear plastic here, I just cut it in the shape that the block was, and I pressed it right down to my block. And the really cool thing is this won't fall off, and you can leave them on there. Just grab them from your shelf. Unless you need to clean it and wipe it off, it will. But let me show you how. You're probably wondering, well, is that really going to stick and stamp? Okay, well, I just have a little leaf stamp here, and since I already adhered it, it is sticking, since the block does have to be clean, because if I was to put it on this, it would slide right off. So let's just stick it right on and make believers out of all of us. Okay, and here's a scrap piece of paper here, and we're just going to ink up. We have inked it up and it has stayed on, and we're just going to stamp it, and it's still see-through, so you still have the same effect. But the amazing thing is, it really does stick to the block. So I hope that is something that you are going to be able to use and be less frustrated and save money too, because it's a very inexpensive fix. Now the second thing, now that we've got a cure for the block, tip number 2 is that I love pearls, and I saw this tip, and sometimes you want a different color, and Stampin' Up! Does sell different colored coordinating things like buttons and things like that, but sometimes you just want a little bit of extra color. And I saw this idea. This was really pretty cool too. So I've got my little tray here. It's just, for mixing colors, and you don't need very many things here to do this special trick. This is what I'm showcasing today, Crystal Effects. It is $6.25 in the catalog, and it's item number 101055. And with this unique product, you can create glossy lacquered looks for most surfaces, and you can also even use it as an adhesive. So what we're going to use it for today is how to get color onto our pearls. You notice here I took a little bit of cut a piece of section of pearl off, and I use rich razzleberry to make these different color. And here's an idea, or just the way it looks. Here's razzleberry pearl in the middle of a flower. So that was just a simple idea. Here's how easy it is. You take just, I think just squeeze it a little bit, like 2 drops, into the tray, and I have, because I personally love this color, is a Pool Party, and you only need maybe 1 drop. You see how colorful that's going to be? Mix it up with the end of your paintbrush. You have to kind of work a little bit fast with this because the Crystal Effects is lacquer and it will get hard. I noticed that when I was painting. So, and now you just take a paintbrush and swirl it around in your paint, and then I'm going to lay this down and paint very generously over my pearls. And you have quite a bit on here. I'll show you as soon as I get done covering them. And if you want them darker, let them dry. It dries really fast. And then that way you can go over it again and you can have it as dark or as light as you like. But Pool Party is such a wonderful color. You could use it for vintage cards, for anything. And just keep turning the paper. Now let me show you what the result was. You see, I got a really light, pretty color on that. So I'll let it dry for a few minutes and just get some more ink and finish that up. So that's as easy as that. So now we've colored pearls. That took us a few minutes. Now here's the other tip that I actually really appreciate knowing, and that is, what do you do with your markers when they have dried up? I know many people, I thought, I'm going to keep mine because maybe somehow, you know, you've got the fine tip there, and then you've got the thicker tip there. And I thought, well, what do we do? Do we just take the inker and put it on the tip? But when I saw this idea, I thought it just made so much sense. Take a pliers, and you can work them right, and you just wiggle it off, and the top does come off. Then you are left with this little round tube. So what you do first is you take your re-inker that matches. So this is my basic black, and you're going to put a few drops in the middle and let it soak down. That's your objective first, is to, and you'll notice it's not getting ink on my fingers at all, it's just inside. So kind of put it down in the middle, squish it down, push, re-ink it, and then the more you do that, the juicier it'll get. Stick it back in, and it pops right back into place. And now might take a few minutes for it to work at its capacity. Yes, so it's not working yet, but as it soaks in, it will get nice and revitalized. And so the really cool thing about this is you're upcycling, you're not throwing it away, and it'll save you money in the long run. So thanks for watching this video on 3 handy tips that every stamper should know. And for more tips, ideas, videos, and you can shop too, you can go to jennydaysstamps.stampinup.net, and I highly recommend Crystal Effects, and there's many re-inkers that you can order too from the catalog, and do many things, not just re-ink your ink pads. So hope that helps, and happy stamping. See you next time.